Hello everyone, how is everybody? Um, Today I am here to talk about something which is another topic which is very close to me. I have not talked about much about this on my platform because but I felt I wanted a special day to talk about it. It's close to me because I know someone in my family who have Down syndrome. And whenever I think about him, I smile. And I think that says a lot about people who have Down syndrome. They are the most beautiful blessings to this world. And we need to cherish that and we need to love that and make them the part of this community because they deserve it. Like any other neurotypical, any other differently abled, Down syndrome people need that respect that they deserve and inclusion that they deserve. Uh, Now, on 21st March is the World Down Syndrome Day. And this day helps people all over the world to show their love, care, and respect for people who have Down syndrome. And I feel like friends and family don't count chromosomes, right? 21st chromosome is like the blessing in disguise. And that's the designer gene, I believe, that makes them cool. And before I start today's the things that I want to talk about regarding Down syndrome, I will not go into depth about what is Down syndrome. I'll just tell you a little bit about it because if you really want in-depth knowledge and what Down syndrome is, how it happens, and all of that, you need to join a group called Karachi Down Syndrome Program. They are doing excellent work as an advocate of neurodiversity. I look up to them. I salute them for their hard work and the way they have worked for people with Down syndrome. And not just work, they have provided resources, skills, and platforms for the family to be the advocates of their Down syndrome children and cherish their beauty. And I love their work, and I'm so happy that in Pakistan there are organizations who are working in this way. So please do check their work, their page. They are an excellent organization with beautiful people working there. Now, what is Down syndrome? Down syndrome occurs when an individual has a full or partial extra chromosome 21. It's an additional genetic material that alters the course of development and causes some characteristics that are associated with Down syndrome. So let's jump into some myths and misconceptions about Down syndrome, which I wanted to talk about today. Number one, that Down syndrome is a rare disease disorder. I don't like this word disorder. I don't like the word disease. It's a syndrome. Uh, Down syndrome is the most commonly occurring genetic condition. There's a research done which says that out of 691 one baby will have Down syndrome. And right now, if I'm not wrong, there are more than 400,000 Down syndrome living in Pakistan. Myth number two, people with Down syndrome have a short lifespan. Now, there are many researches that are still going on, but now I have seen people with Down syndrome at the age of 70, 70 above, living a healthy life. Another myth is that most children with Down syndrome are born to older parents. Now, over here, I would say that most children with Down syndrome are born to women who are younger than 35 years old. Now, the biggest reason for that is that this is the age bracket in which women have more children. However, the chances of births with the children with Down syndrome will increase with the age of the mother. Another myth, people with Down syndrome have severe cognitive delays. Mostly Down syndrome people have mild or moderate cognitive delays, but they can still fully participate in public, private educational programs. There are educators and researchers that are still working on discovering full educational potential for people with Down syndrome. Another myth is that most people with Down syndrome are institutionalized. Now, today, people with Down syndrome live at their home with their families and are active participants in many, many different areas like educational, vocational, social, recreational activities of the community. They are integrated into regular education system all around the globe. They are part of sports, they are parts of camping, music, art programs, you name it, and you will find Down syndrome people working there. So they are very valued members of the families and the communities, and their contribution to the society is very, very important. Now, there is another myth that in Pakistan, parents and families with children with Down syndrome don't find much of a support system. Now, I will say that organizations like KDSP and many other support groups and community organizations are directly involved in providing services to families of individuals with Down syndrome, and not just services, but they are there to support. They are working on their skills so they can have an independent, healthy life. They are doing an excellent job. Another myth that children with Down syndrome must be placed like in a segregated special education programs. Actually, children with Down syndrome have been included in the regular academic classrooms and educational settings across the globe. They have the right to be in the mainstream school. In some instances, they are integrated into specific courses, while in many cases, situations, students are like fully participated and fully included in the regular classrooms for all the subjects. The current trend in education is for full inclusion in the social and educational life of the community. Increasingly, individuals with Down syndrome graduate from high school with regular diplomas, participate in post-secondary academic and college experiences, and in some cases have received college degrees. Another myth: adults with Down syndrome are unemployed. Businesses now are seeking adults with Down syndrome for a variety of positions. They are being employed in small, medium-sized offices, banks, corporate nursing homes, hotels, restaurants. They work in the music and entertainment industry. They are actually hiring Down syndrome people. Another myth that people with Down syndrome are always happy. Now, people with Down syndrome have feelings just like everybody else in the population. They do experience a full range of emotions. They feel hurt, they feel sad, they feel happy, they feel low, they respond to positive expressions of friendship, and they get hurt also. They have all type of normal behaviors, but they are so beautiful in their features that they feel and look happy all the time. Another myth that adults with Down syndrome are unable to form close interpersonal relationships leading to marriage. To be honest, I have met people with Down syndrome who have meaningful friendships. They are in the dating community. They are socializing. They are couples who both are Down syndrome and are having a very beautiful married life. Another myth: Down syndrome can never be cured. Another word that I don't like in the world of neurodiversity: cured. Now, if we just specify it to Down syndrome, there are many researchers that are making great slides in the identifying the genes on the chromosome 21 that causes the characteristics, but scientists now feel strongly that it will be possible to improve, correct, and prevent many of the problems associated with Down syndrome in the future. And there are many ways in which, if we provide proper care, proper skill development, and if we, I don't want to use the word train, but if we support them in a way that they are able to lead independent, healthy life, and they're able to understand themselves and others, I think that is what is needed. And on this Down syndrome day, I just want you to think that whenever you see someone and you passing by a stranger and you find and you can easily detect someone with Down syndrome, and you find someone with Down syndrome, don't look at them that they are someone who is different, but look at them that they are beautiful. Look in a way that you are admiring them. Look in a way that you're curious to know about them, because they have so much to tell you. They have so many things to make us learn from them. And this is what I think inclusion, the main idea of inclusion is, that we need to learn from one another. We need to learn the difference from the differences, and we need to grow together as to build up this community more inclusive, more empathetic, and more happy. We all are going to be happy if we find peace with each other. And for that, we need to accept each other on every level, not just the similarities, but with the differences. And this is how relationship works. This is how humanity works. So let's just become human again. And whenever you see someone who is differently abled, who you feel has a neurological delay, is not neurotypical, and who is Down syndrome, just show the care that they deserve, show the respect that they deserve. Instead of looking down upon them, look in a way that they feel that they are loved and they are welcomed. So thank you so much, guys. I hope that these myths have cleared and some misconceptions in the air that I have heard about Down syndrome. Take care. Allah Hafiz.